What's up guys, my name is Punched in the Pooper, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. Okay, really sucks. I recorded this earlier and I finished everything and it was all great, and flippin' my audio didn't record essentially with the game. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. So unfortunately right now I'm gonna have to I'm gonna read through all of this again for you guys. It's not gonna be as good, unfortunately, but I messed up and I gotta redo it. So here we go. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drum sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. Okay. I'm still talking, apparently, right now. I think I'm asking my standard things like, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are well. It's rainy as shit here. Oh, we're starting. Okay. I'll be going off ahead then. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then everyone, see you in a bit. Both Riki-chan and Tomitake-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. I'm really upset. So sorry guys. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Riki-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah. Huh? Where's Rena? What are you doing? Rena? Punchy-kun. Mi-chan, save me! Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. Well, I still hope you guys enjoy this. I think I talked about last time, we won that stuffed animal for her, and it says ridiculously large, which I should have guessed because they kept shooting it, but it didn't fall over. What is she doing? She wants to have her hands full take care of that bear. So I'll leave Rena in your care, Punchy-chan. I have my hands full of taking care of Satoko. Who would want to be looked after by you, Mian-san? Please don't pull on my arm. Well, anyway, as I was saying, before leaving inside of Mian, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar. Man, I can't have too much commentary, unless right now I seem to be talking a lot about something. God knows what. Punchy-kun, not there. Don't grab me there. Always so bossy. Where can I grab then? Punchy-kun, come on. How? I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rena was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after me and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up. Yeah. I hadn't realized Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition? Come on, Punchy. That's not a nice thing to say. It was pretty romantic earlier, but now... That wasn't what I meant. Not at all. It's like he's talking to me. It's weird trying to my ears burned. This is why it's good to go in this blind, because I feel like now I have to act out everything. It's really weird. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Punchy Maribel, in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire of the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton in futons. I think this is where I was saying, even though I say I watch a lot of anime, I actually don't know what they do at shrine, except pray, something with water, and sweep. That's my knowledge, as far as my knowledge of shrine maidens goes, like Rei from Sailor Moon. It's weird. I'm not really that much. I play these and I have a bunch of more anime-ish type games to play for you guys, but just in reality, I don't really watch that much anime. I watched Nozaki-kun. I just try to keep it with the popular ones oh shit. Punchy-san, Rena-san, we're over here. Satoko, oh fuck. Sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they'd saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena? And I'm one of the things I need to do is like double check my audio. You punk! So that's what your plan was? Instead of replying, Mian gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rena? Was Punchy-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? Actually, my hand's pretty sweaty right now. Because like I said before, there's no circulation in my room. My feet are really cold though. Because the vent is still low. Ha ha! Punchy! Punched her pooper. Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air, and turned around to see Mian on the ground with a welt on her face. Mian, when were you hit? Between the hot and the over how? I think. Rena, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever. How? Thump. The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd. I don't like silence, guys. I said it before when I was saying this. I don't like silence. They just tell me some shit's about to happen. Because when the music stopped and Rena looked weird, it scarred me. You must all be quiet. It's beginning. It was a solemn ritual. I wonder what I'm talking about right now. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash of Tomotage-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hoe that is used for this festival. A dirty hoe. I made that same joke earlier. It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch. I really don't... Oh, gosh. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Doo-doo-doo. What's going on? How are you guys? Hope you guys are you guys buying things from the Steam sale? Because I bought like 2 more games. I think they're JRPGs. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. Yeah. What's next? Airing out futons? She's purifying the futons that absorbed illnesses from people over the winter. Useful. So when Punchy-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. The hoe was probably really heavy. Staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? Rika practiced every single day with the mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mian a candidate to be a shrine maiden? It feels wrong having Rika-chan swing on something so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, you know. And well, it's not something just anyone could do. That's true. Shrine maidens need to be pure after all. Jokes. Grr! Mian drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Ha 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 ha. Watanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know? I actually did know that. But you didn't think about that, Rena. The procession continued right up to the riverbed. A fire was... Oh, God damn it. People started crowding around it and clamoring. Alright, get in line. Line up, Punchy-kun. I wondered what was up. I already know. Maybe we get some holy wine? Red and white bean buns? Again, Ha ha ha. It's not food. I said it was cotton. Ah, but of course, they didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. Finally understood. Ah, I could go for some white and red bean buns. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rena dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream. Since it's your first time, Punchy-kun, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand, waving her hand as if to purify it. She touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. You do this 3 times and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. I could say it, because I was saying it the whole bit of the video. Oyashiro-sama, what's that? The name of the shrine's god? Yes, it's the guardian's deity of Hinamazawa. It brings about both miracles and curses. Man, this one feels so casual since I've already done this. So you must be sure to show respect. It sounded like a pretty frightening god, but well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamazawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Oyashiro-sama, thank you, Oyashiro-sama, Oyashiro-sama. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. Then you let it gently drift away in the stream, and you're done. Together, Ren and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamazawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I've seen on TV. The best part, though, was the feeling the rite of passage had me a true resident of Hinamazawa. After reading some things, I don't know if you want to be a resident of Hinamazawa, Punchy. There's the end of that chapter. Yeah, like, not going in blind to this and having to act out. I'm sure, like, other YouTubers do it. I don't really understand. Like, just, it's not so genuine. It kind of sucks to me. While starting off in the stream, I saw him got separated from Rena. I wasn't lonely, though. I know this place now. This is where I live. My home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Yep, wandering around aimlessly. So what's up, guys? Did I ask you guys if you guys have anything on Steam sale? Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tomitake-san's. I headed towards it. Hello, Tomitake-san again. How'd it go, Tomitake-san? Were you able to get some good shots? Yeah, fortunately. Tomitake-san was with a girl. Mm-hmm. I felt a little like I was intruding. How was it, Punchy-kun? It was great. I had cotton. I didn't get any sweet buns, but, you know, that's cool. I didn't want any anyway. Don't worry about it. Anyway, who are you? I actually don't know her name still after playing through this. Did you know the festival? From when she spoke, it's when she was a resident of Hinamazawa. I should try hard to remember people's faces here. Sorry if I'm reading really fast, guys. I'm trying to catch up. What was her name? I don't know. Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name. Something with a chuckle. God damn it. It's probably because it hasn't been long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe, seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids. If that's how it looks, it's probably all thanks to Rina and Mion. Perhaps you feel more like a resident of Hinamazawa after taking part in the festival today? I wonder about that. Oh, that's not like you. I had tried to get used to Hinamazawa, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people like her I'd met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well. Yes. Oh, you feeling left out because of something like that? It's not so much as feeling left out, it's just, I'm not sure how to say it. That incident at the dam construction site. Well, little do you know, Punchy, you're in for a surprise. The fighting over it and other conflicts are a terrible incident that pretended they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Hinamazawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about the good and the bad that had happened here. If it'll put you at ease, I'll tell you everything I know. Did I really? Tomitake-san's smile made me more relieved than I'd ever been. Did I really, like, speak this fast? Like, a question to you guys. Do I speak fast when I do this? Like, you can't understand me fast? It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, "Ask me anything," though. Even though there's so much I wanted to ask. Then could you tell me what happened when the dam was being constructed? My question's like, it's like getting asked for your birthday. What do you want? Like, it's my birthday soon, and someone asked me, and I was like, money? I don't know what I want. Every other day of the year, I know. There was a big incident where Hinamizawa something was going to be submerged, right? I think the locals would be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. It's only what I read in the newspaper, though. Tomotake's eyes entered unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory. Then he spoke. It sucks because I'm not going to be able to react as more scared as I did earlier. But it's okay. At least I can read this for you guys. The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next major project after Karube. Flashback. Oh, not yet. There were 3 major incidents in Japan at the time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure, meeting the high demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to a massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so he was singled out. Poor Hinamizawa. The dam reservoir would have covered quite a lot of ground when it was completed. The entire area right up to Yagoichi Way upstream will be underwater. I had trouble reading that earlier, too. I figured out it was Yagoichi. I probably paused because I'm trying to figure out how to say it. But why did they have to pick a populated area like Hinamizawa? Couldn't they have instead picked a place where nobody lived? I'm not really sure why, but I heard... I heard something. Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rikichana said there was a battle. From that choice of words, I had to guess that things had turned violent. There was a trial, and it was even brought up before the National Diet. What's the National Diet? I don't know. It was covered in Tokyo newspapers, too. Mina told me all about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together. The feeling of solidarity found here, which could not be expressed properly with mere words, was likely brought about the battle. As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to light. Yes, briberies and scandals were brought to light. Oh man, what am I having a conversation with you guys about right now? As things got more and more complicated, they eventually halted construction. Even if I wanted to know, now is my only chance to ask. It certainly was a bizarre incident that boys my age would want to be curious about. Certainly. I'm not curious anymore because I know about it, but I was when I was reading this. I felt a little shame from the fact that I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Red and Mian's refusal to talk about the event. Man, I feel like I can't believe I read this fast. But I speak this fast. I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance, just so I could stop thinking about it. So there was dismemberment, right? There was. I happened to be a Hinamizawa at the time, so I remember it well. Tomotake-san's answer was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced-out question. Yeah. Here we go, and it begins. Please, once again, as I was saying in my other read-through, please don't die, Tomotake-san. It was about this time 4 years ago. And here, music starts. Getting creeped out. Not as much anymore, but I mean, anything's better than the music, cutting the music with Rena. It was the day of the Watanagashi, if I recall correctly. The debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was the final nail in the coffin for the dam project. Here we go. A fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. Fearing prosecution, the 6 assailants divided the remains into 6 pieces, and each hid one. Ugh. I mean, even though I read through this, it's gross thinking about it. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but one was still on the run. The right arm he'd hidden had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Rina and Mia need to hide it from me. I guess they didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. I mean, it was just one. I mean, actually, I know better. See, I feel like guilty, almost for like lying. Like pretending I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. Right? I felt grateful for having friends who worried about me, as well as shame for still being interested in it, I think it said. It was near the end of all trouble with the dam, you see. So everyone was saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oyashiro-sama's curse, huh? Oyashiro-sama was the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today, if I recall correctly, which you did. I see. Their guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa. Creepy angle. Apparently the younger ones didn't think so. Her eyes are... I'm pointing out after this. But it seemed that the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman with Tomitake-san had a mischievous chuckle. Look at her eyes. I mean, like, fine. She has like the kind of little eviler glint, but like her pupils are giant. Look at it above the width. Tomitake-san began laughing with her. It was so infectious, I ended up laughing as well. She also kind of looks like a monkey. Just throwing it out there. Tomitake-san also needs to hit the gym again. But I wonder about now. There are quite a few, I think. Amongst the youth, too. A few, what? People who believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern. Then after that, it continued every year, always around this time. Continued what? What continued? Tomitake-san paused for a second as if to build some suspense, then he whispered to me, as if someone might have been listening. Every year, on the day of the Watanagashi. I read through this. Somebody dies. Please, no, music cutting. I need none of that. The following year, the year following the dismemberment on the day of the Watanagashi, a man from Hinamizawa who supported the dam fell off a cliff overlooking some rapids and died while he was on vacation. Wait, did he die in Hinamizawa? Even after going through this, I don't really know. Unfortunately for his wife, his body was never recovered. He supported the dam construction even though he lived in Hinamizawa. At the time, there were whispers amongst the elderly saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Well, that's not good. The woman chuckled mischievously again. Who are you? Then, the next year, the night of the Watanagashi. What's your name? The shrine's Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown illness. I was too overcome by everything I'm learning that I didn't figure out her name. His wife drowned herself in the bog that night. The shrine's Shinto priest? Do you mean he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded. There was a rumor amongst the villagers that they weren't able to quell Oyashiro-sama's anger. Then the year after that, again in the night of the Watanagashi, they discovered the battered body of a local housewife. Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved with the dam or had connection with Oyashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in something? Exactly. The woman said slyly. No, it was more menacingly. One of the victim's relatives, you see, was connected to the younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death 2 years before. It almost looks like to me that Tomitake-san's got a little bit of gut going. I don't like this view of him. The younger brother still seems alive, it seems. It's still alive, it seems. Yep. With these pictures, he looks even less defined. Although, I kept questioning it, but I kind of miss him being bodybuilder looking. But it did bother him. I think he said that he moved away or something to a neighboring village. For a while, I stood there, my mouth agape, the battle over the dam construction with Hinamizawa's future at stake, and the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses. But the freakish deaths happen every year on the day of the Watanagashi, and all of them related to the dam construction? I mean, that's gotta be some sort of sign, right? Or just a crazed lunatic, like in all those crime shows. Yeah. Also, in between this, I'm checking the Blackhawks score, because I'm from Chicago. I'm not a big hockey fan, but my girlfriend's really into it, and my cousin plays hockey. Man, this is how it's gotten. I'm not even talking about the thing right. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves. I guess. I mean, I can't even say anything. I can't even comment that well. But when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence defy logic. I mean, the police don't, then, right? I don't believe in curses. Every single year on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen without fail. The woman chuckled again, as if she picked up on what I was thinking. It felt like she was saying, maybe there was, maybe we frightened him, stuff like that. Stuff like that, yep. I was embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomotage-san to continue, a bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. Then? So, someone died the next year, right? Who was it this time? I wonder, who do you think, Punchy-kun? The hell? The way he said it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone ticked me off. Don't avoid the question, I'm serious here. Hey, calm down, Punchy-kun. I realized when she tried to calm me down that I had been panicking. We aren't trying to avoid the question, Punchy-kun. It's just that when you say the next year, that's... Mic drop. That's today. Oh, here we go. When Tomotage-san hesitated to say it, she finished for him. Here we go. Creepy music. I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed. Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's going to happen again tonight. The festival was so cheerful, though. Well, the victim last year, the housewife, she was a non-believer. It turns out she didn't even attend the Watanagashi festival. There was a rumor going around that if you didn't participate in the festival, you would incur Oyashiro-sama's wrath. Ugh, man. Man, having to do this twice, that's like... I'm sorry, guys. It's me essentially saying, oh, I can't believe I do this again. Didn't you hear anything about this, Punchy-kun? No, I did not. Poor Punchy. I never even heard a whisper of that rumor. And the reason everyone was at the festival was they were afraid of the curse? I figured that must have been the reason. Is that why people from neighboring places are here too? There are a lot of more people at the Watanagashi than usual. I guess everyone was just afraid, after all, of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, where we've met progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood, where black and white television have been eradicated and we've been sent men to the moon, even with all our accomplishments, this can exist in the modern society? Punchy, we still got like racism, sexism. It's not hard to believe, right? Especially when it involves crazy people. Tons of invitations were sent out to neighboring towns' youth groups to help pad the numbers, but after that string of events, a few decided to join. The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it was to gather participants. Also, police are treating each case like isolated. They don't believe they're connected. They try to keep it quiet, so it's all plain clothes officers. I mean, you know, it's on the same day, they have a related cause. Even though I know Tomotage-san's going to like disprove me later. It finally began to dawn on me why Rina and Min were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened to this Watanagashi, everyone would have been over with, and I'd be fine, I think. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would all end up just being crazy talk. I should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened, and would have all gone back to life as usual. They looked so out of place with her bright clothes. Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers through her hair. She sighed. No, it wasn't. Not at all. I tried to act strong, but it just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tomotage-san appeared to regret saying anything. Letting her sigh, he spoke with a forcing awkward upbeat tone. Punchy-kun, surely you don't believe such things as curses. Well, no. Kind of. Yes? Clearly I do. How old am I? I'm in high school, right? I'm still impressionable. If the causes of all the crimes were unknown, with the perpetrators and their methods all mysterious, then I would think it's the work of a curse. But that's not how things are in reality. The police are investigating the evidence and suspects to uncover the truth. Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse. Yes, it is. The first one, the dismemberment, for example. Yes. What about it? What about it, Tomotage-san? It's like I have so much room when like all the other times I'm trying to catch up. It's really odd feeling. She's so happy. What's your name, lady? I told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. It's only a matter of time before the last one. The motive turned out to have been an argument they had while intoxicated. That's no curse. Don't you agree? That was true. If it didn't happen on the day of the Watanagashi, then I would think it wasn't related to the curse at all. The accidental death of the man who supported the dam is the same. He was in a position that made others hate him. The police that made a point of investigating him from that angle. They concluded it was an accident, not foul play. But they both happened on the day of the festival, right? It's good. I mean, that's good logic. Ha ha ha. Just think about it, Punchy-kun. Do you think the people with lots of enemies here in Higurashi could participate easily in a local festival? It would be especially hard for them to be around during the Watanagashi. Good point, Toмотake-san. You're so level-headed. Please don't die. That's what I got from playing through this once. Just Toмотake-san and random lady, please don't die. So they probably left Higurashi intentionally around this time of travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Toмотake-san was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so that I could convince myself. Then Toмотake-san, what about the priest who died after that? The one with the unknown illness? That also happened in the day of the festival? It's even easier to explain what happened to the Shinto priest. That was Watanagashi. The Watanagashi is a really big event that happens once a year. It's probably from all that built up stress, or may have been something because of pre-existing condition. But it was a well-known illness. It's hard to believe something with an unknown cause could exist with all advanced medicine. Tomitake-san, Punchy-san, come on. It's just an exaggeration. What you call it? People getting tumors. If we were that modern, then people wouldn't have tumors. And cancer. Rumors making rumors. Anyone would get worked up on having incidents happen 2 years in a row. The sudden death is quite unnatural, though. Of course, police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died, but there wasn't enough for them to open a full investigation, you know? Turns out it was just a sudden death due to illness. The priest's wife committed suicide, correct? What about that? I believe I already explained that. Everyone was shaken up by the incident happening for a third year. Those who were strong faith were quick to believe it was the work of a curse. Of course, that includes the priest's wife. Apparently they found a suicide note that said something like, "My death will quell Oyashiro-sama's anger." Well then, how about the next incident with the housewife? Yeah, what about it, Tomitake-san? Why are you so holding camera if you're not taking pictures? Are you in the army? You look like he's dressed up. He's in the army. He used to be. That happened on the day of the Watanagashi too. The perpetrator had already been caught, and the case has been closed. Turns out it was just some nut job trying to continue the legacy of Higurashi curse. It sounds like what's happening now. Then, how about the incident next year? Oh yeah, this year is the next year. Tomitake-san gave a hearty laugh. Nothing will happen, not this year. There was never a curse to begin with. It's just a group of people who believe it was the explanation for a string of coincidences. My internal computer finally got itself back on track. Tomitake-san, you're on the typical anime road to or the typical horror path to death. Please don't die. You're my you're like my brother. That's an outsider from Higurashi. Even though they've accepted me, I'm still more like you. Please don't die. I felt embarrassed, a bit embarrassed. Shit. I can see very clear how Punchy-kun really does love Higurashi. Even if Oyashiro-sama's curse actually did exist, Punchy-kun couldn't bring himself to believe that such a thing exists. I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. Good luck, Punchy. I won't. I'll greet Rina tomorrow with the same smile as always. Good on ya, Punchy. You need to stay happy in these times when everything's really scary. They'd probably also like tonight to end without incident, so they can continue tomorrow without having worried about me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening and stretched as she got a rock she was sitting on patted her butt or something. Well then, I should be getting back. Goodness, I think I may have gone a bit too long. There were so few people compared to the crowd from before. I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed like we talked for the better part of an hour. Didn't you come with your friends, Punchy-kun? Not going to look for them? Oh yeah! They might all be looking for me. You're quite the scoundrel making girls look for you. See you, Punchy-kun. Have a nice night. Thanks, lady. You too, Jiro-san. I'll see you a bit later. Tomitake-san seems to be quite the scoundrel himself, so his name is Jiro. You go, you dog. Not her, not calling her a bitch. I'm saying, you dog, Tomitake-san. Just to clear that. Alright, this is where I ended. I can clearly see that I have 2 minutes-ish of talking. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm really sorry about this. This is why I really want to go in blind, because there's Cause man, just like doing this once, having to feign my my reactions or my thoughts, it's just it seems weird, you know. I can't do it. I mean, clearly I can because I did, but it's just not as fun, you know, especially for like a horror game. Like, I mean, really any game. I can't think of it like a comedic game, a horror game, a lovey-dovey game. Like, you know, a fresh take on it is like insanely better than trying to act. Anyway, I think as I was saying, just like in my last video, the Steam Summer Sale is going on. If there's another game you guys want me to watch, play for you guys to watch or just to play, let me know. I'll definitely play it. I picked up 2 JRPGs earlier today. I forgot what they're called, but RPGs are always fun. I'm like on a kick of watching. Oh shit, I have so little time. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys liked it. Please like and subscribe. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. I'm gonna try and time this right, okay? Have a good day, everyone. Okay, bye bye. Ow.